h of a third. So there's an input of a third. So h of a third So let's see what I had. I knew I had a 5 times the input squared. So 5 times a third squared. No, I've forgotten. Minus 2 times the input, which is a third, minus a 7. Okay, so just like the other one up there, the squaring needs to go to the 1 and the 3, which will be 1 over 9. 1 squared is 1, 3 squared is 9. Minus, and remember this is a 2 over 1. 2 times 1 is 2. Denominator is 1 times 3 is 3. Minus the 7. I'm going to need a common denominator to add those two numbers together, but we might as well just deal with this part first. This is over 1. So 5 times 1 is 5. 1 times 9 is 9. Minus the 2/3. Minus the 7, which I guess is also over 1. So we're going to need a common denominator. Okay, so that would be 9. So I'll times this by 9, and times that by 9, times that by 3, times that by 3. And of course the other one is already over 9. So 5 over 9 minus 2 times 3 is 6 over 9 minus 63 over 9. Okay, so what does that equal? I should have enough room probably here. 5 minus 6 is negative 1, and negative 1 and negative 6 is negative 64 over 9, and that was h of a third. And I don't think that 64 and 9 can be divided by anything. So there we have it. I'll just zoom out in case you want to take a look at that one a little bit better. Okay, let's take a look here. What else do we have? H of 1 minus h of 5. Okay, so this is one of those double ones. So I have to do h of 1. I want to make sure I can give myself enough room for this. So h of 1, which is actually going to be really easy to do. Inputting 1 is not bad at all. So that's going to be a 5x squared, or 5 times the input. I'm just going to write a little bit lower here. Five times the input, which is 1, squared, minus 2 times the input, which is 1, minus 7. And I'll do that for here as well. H of 5, so the input's not going to be 5, so 5 times the input squared minus 2 times the input minus 7. Okay, so 1 squared is 1, and 5 times 1 is just 5, minus 2 times 1 is 2, minus 7. So 5 minus 2 is 3, and 3 minus 7 is a negative 4. So that is what h of 1 is. Now what is h of 5? So this is a 5 times 5 squared is 25, minus 10 minus 7. Now 5 times 25 is 125, minus 10 minus 7. So 125 minus 10 is 115. Minus 7, I think, is 108. So let's take a look here. That is what h of 5 is. So I've got a little bit to do here. Therefore, h of 1 minus h of 5. H of 1 was negative 4, minus h of 5 was 108. Negative 4 and negative 108 is going to be a minus 112. Okay, so that's what h of 1 minus h of 5 is. I'll just zoom out here in case you need to pause this and copy anything down. Okay, well here's another one of these where we input not a number, but a number and a letter. So h of 3w is equal to 5 times x squared, so 3w squared, minus, I think it's 2 times the input, and my input here is 3w, minus a 7. So 5 times, I'm going to have to square this. So 3 squared is 9. W to the power of 2 is just w to the power of 2, w squared. 2 times 3 is 6w, minus 7. And here the numbers can be multiplied together. 5 times 9 is a 45. W squared minus 6w minus 7. Whoops. So that is what h of 3w is. Okay. So let's take a look at this next one. Now this is -2 times h of 3. So I should probably find out what h of 3 actually is first. So 5 times my input, 3, squared, minus 2 times my input, 3, minus 7. 5 times 3 squared is 9. 2 times 3 is 6, minus a 7. 5 times 9 is going to be a 45, minus 6, minus 7. 45 minus 6 is going to be 39. 39 minus 7 is a 32. Now I didn't need to just find that. That is this h of 3. What I needed to do, though, is -2. So therefore, I had a -2 times h of 3. That's a bad h. Now -2 times h of 3 is 32, which if you double that is -64. So let me zoom out here, and now you can pause it if you need to take a look at all of this, and then I'll zoom out even more here to see these last 3 questions that we did. And that's it for function notation. That's where we have an input, we calculate it, and it spits out an output. And sometimes we have to multiply, like we did here, multiply that output times -2. Sometimes you have to subtract 2 different outputs, but it's relatively straightforward, and there's a worksheet that can go along with this.